Coming up on the show, WWE 2K22 could be giving us our big update for January next week. WWE has opened the forbidden door. We'll discuss what that could mean for 2K22 itself. And WWE's earnings call is going to take place in February, so I got some thoughts on what this could mean for the game itself and its release and updates. Let's get into it right now. Oh, it's almost time, isn't it? It's almost time, everybody. It's gonna come. Maybe, we don't know yet. I'm so excited. We're possibly gonna get the update coming at you in like a week's time. Here's the breakdown for Fightful Select. They always have great news, insights, happenings, and they are typically extremely accurate when it comes to all of their reporting on the WWE side of things. So here is the quote when it comes to 2K22. With WWE 2K22 releasing soon, announcements will start rolling out for the game soon. We're told that there will be a cover athlete reveal next week, but don't have details as to who the planned name is. Fightful will have more information on WWE 2K22 in the coming weeks and months. It will be the first WWE simulation game since 2019. Becky Lynch, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and John Cena have all served as cover athletes in the past for WWE 2K. So what could we get? What could we expect? Well, I gotta let you know, I think it's going to be cover star. I think that we are going to get the big reveal of potentially the pre-order bonus as well. And I really do think that this is going to be the big jumping off point for all the continuous updates about the game leading up until launch right around WrestleMania for the March release. In my opinion, I think that they need to be able to discuss, like I said, cover star, pre-order bonus, release date, consoles it's going to be on. Now is your kind of coming out party. It is the time to actually give everyone the full details and start really getting the hype train rolling for the game. We also want to get a really good idea of the roster itself and what stars we can expect to be in the game. This leads us into our second topic here, everybody, and that is WWE opening the forbidden door. Impact Wrestling, Mickie James, their champion, is going to be at the Royal Rumble. WWE does not really do this at all. WWE definitely does not mention Impact Wrestling on the programming. Certainly they do not tweet about it like they did. They did do those things, and Mickie James is confirmed to be in the Rumble, and this opens up the possibilities of having more stars show up at the Royal Rumble to be able to kind of just spike interest, get fans excited for the event. Who could they see? Other promotions coming in. There's a lot there, and the reason why I want to touch on this when it comes to the game is that it makes me wonder, maybe the roster won't be as stripped down as we suspect. With the likes of Mickie James being able to come into the Royal Rumble itself, maybe WWE is not going to be as tight and tightly wound when it comes to their roster and who is still in the game. And the likes of Mickie James and Nia Jax and Toni Storm and Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt, and the list goes on and on. The only stars that I could see them pulling from the game would be Bronson Reed when they had the NXT plans, supposedly, for the NXT pack, because they went through an entire overhaul and rebrand of what NXT is itself. And that's where I see them pulling out any NXT related content that was already pre-built, like the Bronson Reed, the supposed NXT Stars pack. Pulling the plug on that makes sense. But as it comes to bigger stars, and with the Forbidden Door apparently just cracked open a little bit, it makes me think that we can still see the likes of Mickie James and others in 2K22. And to wrap things up here today, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us here on Assemble, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'm Matt, and this is all 2K22 and WWE news all mashed up in a fun little pot for us today. So the last piece and the last topic for all of us today is WWE's financial earnings call. They're going to have their Q4 earnings call coming up in February. Now you might be saying, so what? So what, dum-dum? Who cares? Who cares about WWE's earnings call? There's a couple of things that are going to be factored into this one. One, we're nerves, everybody. Nervous because they could be releasing more superstars, because typically during the earnings call in this past year, that has been when they have done releases, and that's unfortunate, but we would stay tuned to see what stars could potentially get released and updates that we could see from that front. But the other piece is tying into the video game. WWE is having their earnings call in February. They need to be able to go to the stakeholders and shareholders and be able to show them what they have done for Q4 and talk about what is coming down the pipe for their products and entertainment and investments and so on, to keep everybody happy. One of the big things on the media side, on the entertainment side, is going to be the video game. My hope and guess is that they will make mention of 2K22 coming out in March, and this is kind of lining up where I think 2K themselves is going to want to come out and say, here's the game in January for next week with the update, here's the release dates and all this stuff. They can then be able to share that with WWE, and then for WWE's earnings call in February, they have it locked in, set in stone that they have the game coming out. The other factor is, I think, my opinion is me speculating here, I think that they need to be able to get the January update and information rolling out and allow for pre-orders to start, because I think 2K is going to want to be able to have all of that pre-order, that bucket of pre-orders ready to go. It also is a good, healthy number for WWE to present at the financial earnings call with everybody else, to be able to say, the game is coming out and we have X number of pre-orders ready to go for the title. That gives people good faith and makes them feel all warm and cozy that the game is actually coming out. So next week is going to be the big reveal and the big update. Let's find out what's going to happen. Stay tuned here for more updates. I'll see you later. Peace!